Hi guys, this is Tim. Welcome back to my channel. Recording from a different angle than usual today because this beast won't fit under my camera. So it's got a technical issue. A friend of mine gave it to me whilst he was watching YouTube. It's suddenly, well, not blue, but it suddenly shut it down and never turned back on. Now there is a small problem with this thing that you can see from the outside, and that is this switch. It's stuck in the on position. If I try to turn it off, it isn't simply happening. I'm putting a lot of force on it and it is not happening at all. So that might indicate that a short has happened in the live wires. So yeah, let's crack this thing open and see what we got. Before we start, if you're making a repair like this yourself, please be warned that this is on your own risk. Mains voltage is dangerous and can be lethal, so please keep that in mind. Now let's start with taking the fan off first, well, the fan rester actually. So we can remove the fan, and that will free any possible screws that are attached to the fan or something. So let's change bits right now. Remove the cover. That presents a very big fan to us. It's not completely dust free, but the dust is absolutely not an issue. Well, I'm suspecting it won't be an issue. So let's remove the tinier screws. That's one, that's two. It's a Coolmaster Silent Pro 700 watt fan. So as I said, he was watching a YouTube video and was not gaming at all. So there could be no possible overload. That there. I don't know where the fan cover will be falling to if I have removed every screw. So let's put it down. I'm suspecting he already has opened the power supply because the warranty has already been void. So I think, yeah, there you go. That's the cover. Alright, and now the fan is not connected with an header, as far as I can see right now. So, oh wait, it is. Yeah, there you go. So let's pull it out of this wire string like that and let it fall down. So as you can see, yeah, I already can see the problem. Right there, the jack, the inner contact has come out, so something is not working out well inside this power supply. So there is some dirt on it, and I'll get my toothbrush and clean the dirt off it, because that is not... There is a resistor over the two terminals. Alright. Okay. Well, it kind of worked, so let me clean the wires. It's a bit high doing, but hey, it got them through the quality control of Europe, so it should work. Well, the power supply is 10-year-old, so yeah. So I've heated up my soldering iron. Since this is a rather big chunk of metal that the wire is attached to, I'm hoping that I've heated it up enough. So let's desolder it. And probably not. No, let's heat it up even more. For 30 degrees Celsius. So while the soldering iron is heating up, let me check for more. Let's do the smell test actually. No, this doesn't smell burnt or anything else. Let's check the resistance on those two live connections, since there's a resistor here. I don't know what the value of that resistor is, but it's there. The resistance is 555k, so that should be enough, I think. Let's check the ground connection. Yeah, the ground connection is good everywhere. Oh, except for this heatsink. Now I'm not sure if that should be ground referenced or not. I'm guessing it should, but I could be wrong very well. And the yellow wire that's going out onto the 12-volt rails is grounded as well. Oh no, it isn't. Oh, it must be a capacitor charging up. That could be something. Yeah, and this, yes, you see, this one isn't reacting to it right now since it's charged up. But that should indicate that there is a voltage on it. No voltage. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's my multimeter voltage. And if I go back to continuity test, it should, no, it shouldn't. Oh wait, it's not continuity test. But that's definitely capacitor charging up. So the soldering iron is ready. It has heated up. So let me unsolder this one. I've got a few spare power supplies in my room. So I'm hoping that they have some kind of similar buttons slash switch. So I can swap them out. There you go. Maybe add some flux to it. That should be a rather good idea. And I need to get myself something in order to put it on. Solid tip. The component is still hot. That sucks. So the flux melts away immediately, but it should not give me an issue. Wait, I forgot my... Oh shit! Look what came out. The inner connection of the switch has broke free. That's definitely not good. And the other one, let's desolder the other one too with my nice little fluxifier. Put some flux on. And let this soldered that one too. I'm not sure if it's pushing or pulling, this one, since the other was pulling. This is pushing down. There you go. So now the switch is not connected anymore. The bottom terminal is still connected. So let me put my soldering iron back and remove the connector from the case. I might have to, oh wait, that's not going to happen since this is a piece. So this is going to be very awkward. I need my plier for this. Where have I left it? There you go. So let's push it out. Since it is already broken, it doesn't matter if we recover it in one piece. So let's, yeah, there you go. So nope, the switch is kind of moving right now, but it's not staying in any position. Yeah, I can smell some burnt plastic inside the switch. So now, since this one is connected to mains, which is very dangerous, I'm not sure how I'm going to solve it. I think with cables. Yeah, let me get some cables. Let's measure the continuity first before we start. There is no continuity, and the resistance is a few mega ohms, which is good. And now the resistance from the live and neutral wire when the switch should be on is a few Ks, which should be good, and the continuity should not, yeah, there you go. So it should be safe to connect it. Now I've got a power plug that can safely shut everything down when an earth leak or an overflow of an overcurrent situation has occurred. So I'm going to use that. So since this is an issue where the problem is at the main side of the circuit, I won't be touching anything. If I press this button, the switch will turn on and power will be fed into the power supply. The wires are floating and not touching anything. The other ends of the banana clip wires are plugged into my mat, so that I can't accidentally touch them as well. And if the power drops, I'm very sorry. The connection has been made and everything is still working. I'm going to turn it off just in case. The wire is not hot, so that means I'm going to get a jumper wire in order to connect the green wire to the ground wire and hopefully turn on the power supply. So I've got a jumper wire and I'm going to connect it to the, just making sure that the power is off, to the green and the black wire. I'm not putting it inside the terminal, the metal terminal. I'm putting it around the terminal so it will hold the wire in for me, because I need to move this connector in order to measure the output voltage. Alright, so now let's turn on the power supply. And that did not sound very good. Let's attach the fan so we can see if the fan's spinning. Alright, so I've reattached the fan and now the fan should turn on. Yeah. The power supply is working and the fan is spinning, as you can see. We got a nice stable voltage. The mains wire isn't getting hot or anything. So I think it's safe to say that this power supply has been repaired. Let me check the other rails just to be sure. I'm going to put on the alligator clip of my multimeter so I can probe the pins more easily. So connect one wire to the ground terminal using the same method as I did before, and this alligator clip provides a nice rubber cover, so I put the wire in there, everything should work. So let's test the 12-volt rails again, but now the wire is held in place for me. So turn it on. Yeah, that's okay. And this wire, that's fine as well. 5-volt rail. This is the 5-volt rails as well. The gray wire is fluctuating a lot, and that's not good. Let me check. The red wire is, no, that's the ground wire. The red wire is consistent and the gray wire isn't. Not sure if that should be the case. The orange wire is the 3.3 volt rails, that is consistent. The green wire is the power cable, of course. 12 volts, 3.3 volts, and this should be 5 volts and a ground. So it looks like everything is working. So the gray wire is indeed the power OK wire. It should be above TTL high, so above 2.8 volts. But it isn't that reliable when there is no load attached to the power supply. So that might be an issue. So I think I'm going to check if I have one of those switches and solder it back into the power supply, and then this power supply is back working again. Before I touch anything, my multimeter has got a special function called LOZ, low impedance mode, and I'm going to probe the two connections with it, and it will drain the voltage out, so there's no voltage now. Alright, so since I can't find any switch, I'll just screw both wires into this terminal block and secure it inside the power supply. So first screw the screws out so the wires will be able to fit like that. Then flatten out the wires so that they're able to go inside. Ooh, I just picked up my bit. So they're able to go inside the connector. and the second wire as well, which is a bit harder since it won't reach out very much and I can't really bend it back. Yeah, it's kind of, yeah, there you go. Right, so shove it into the terminal block, making sure that there will be no exposed wire visible outside of the terminal block, since the wire did rip apart a bit during the desoldering process. And I think it's touching the other side of the, yeah, it's touching the other side of the wire. So I need to bend it again, a little upwards, so that it clears the other wire. And hopefully, yeah, shoves into place. Alright, so now it's attached. Let me screw this in. Ooh. Let's find a place for this to go. I'm thinking of right here. That should work. So now that is attached, I think it's time for the case to go back on. So firstly, oh no, wait. I need to test it first again, one more time. Make sure that the fan clears everything. That is very important. So it's up right now and the fan should start spinning. And something, oh yeah, I see the fan's own wires blocking the fan. Stupid me. No. You go under. Pull it out and reroute it to go in here. If it fits. No, it doesn't fit, so and I'll just put it in like this. Oh wait, the cable's unable to reach that. Well, let's use their method and bend and pass it through the wires here. Rotate the fan. Yeah, that's better. That's way better. Plug the connector back in, and there you go. There is your fan connected again. Now it's time for another test. The fan should spin this time. There you go. Now turn it back off. Wait for the thing to discharge. And help it a little. So now it has discharged. Unplug it. So we should be safe. And now it's time to put the cover back on. So yeah, was there any? No, it's like this. Oh, that's very nice. That is a very nice power supply. And I know what I'm going to use it for. And no, I'm not going to say it. You'll just have to wait. So let's put in these screws. Let's change my bit to a bit bigger. Let's put the warranty void screw in first. That screws in perfectly, so I know the case is good. And let's... oh, now it's not. Now it is. Let's screw in the other side. I need to be careful about the wire so nothing will fall off my desk. But that's no problem. And let's screw in the diagonal wire as well. And finally, this one. There you go. So those are in place. Then change the bit to the flying bit, and the bit flew away. So now put in the smaller screws to actually attach the top of the case to the base of the case, and change the bit again. These bits are very good, they are very useful. Put the fan cover back on and get the bigger screws. Screw them inside the fan cover in a star pattern shape thing. And no. Yeah. Alright. That's the third one. And that is the fourth one. Alright, now let's give it a quick test one more time just to be sure. Yeah, there you go, the fan is spinning. So this power supply is considered fixed. It should be able to work in the PC again, or in a PC again. Not in mine, I'm going to use it for another build, if you call it that way. You know very soon what I'm talking about. It's very exciting, that's for sure. So if you like these types of videos, please make sure to give a like and subscribe to my channel. If you think your friends are going to like these types of video as well, just make sure to share them and convince them to subscribe in my channel too. So yeah, thanks for watching and have a nice day.